Her name was Ellie Mae Thomas. 16, quiet, always on time, the kind of student who sat in the second row, not the front, not the back. She kept her hair in a simple braid and carried a plain notebook, always tucked under one arm. But that's not what people noticed first. What they noticed was that she wore the same dress every single day. A plain navy blue dress, nothing fancy, no glitter, no patterns, just a simple dress, always clean, always neat. At first, no one said anything. Then the whispers started. Does she not have other clothes? Maybe it's a uniform? Do you think she's homeless? Ellie didn't flinch. She just smiled when someone looked her way, nodded when spoken to, went back to her notebook when the questions faded. Because what they didn't know was, Ellie was wearing that dress on purpose, and she had a reason that stretched far beyond fabric and buttons. It started over summer break. Ellie had read something online, a blog, a line that stuck in her heart and wouldn't let go. Some kids in foster care don't even have their own backpack. Others wear the same outfit for a week because it's all they have. She read it twice, then a third time. Her chest tightened. That night, she opened her closet. Shirts, pants, hoodies, shoes, more than she needed. She sat on the floor, folded her arms over her knees, and made a decision. She'd wear one dress, every day, for 1 year, and every time someone asked why, she'd tell them, because some kids don't have a choice. I do, so I'm choosing this. She didn't want pity, she didn't want attention, she wanted awareness, to make people stop, think, look deeper. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. It happened in the fall. The air was crisp. Leaves skittered across the sidewalk like tiny dancers. Ellie was standing at the school's front gate, waiting for the bus, notebook in hand. That's when a local reporter, Laura Keene from the city paper, stopped by the school to cover a student art project. Just a normal feel-good story. She was packing up her notes when she saw Ellie sitting under the flagpole. Same navy dress, same soft posture, same calm. Laura paused. She'd heard whispers from teachers earlier. Sweet girl, same dress every day, never complains, never late. She's got a purpose, I just know it. Laura felt a pull in her chest. She walked over and said gently, "Hi there, can I ask you a question?" Ellie looked up and nodded. "I've noticed you wear the same dress each day. Is that by choice?" Ellie didn't blink, didn't shrink. She closed her notebook slowly and said, "Yes. It's a project. I'm raising awareness for kids in foster care. Most don't get to choose their clothes. Some only have one. I have more. But I want to understand, even just a little." Laura stood still for a long moment. Then she asked the second question. "Would you be okay if I told your story?" Ellie thought about it, then nodded once. "But only if you write it like it's about them. Not me." The article was published 2 days later. Front page of the local section. One dress, 1 year, one teen's mission, to raise her voice for the voiceless. The photo showed Ellie sitting in the school library, hands folded on her notebook, her navy blue dress, neat as ever. The story went viral. People shared it online. Teachers printed it for their classes. Church groups, youth centers, even fashion bloggers reposted it with the hashtag #One Dress One Voice. Donations started pouring in. Backpacks, coats, gift cards, personal notes written to kids in foster care from strangers who'd once been there too. Ellie didn't post selfies. She didn't do interviews. She just kept wearing her dress and writing in her notebook and whispering back to the world, "I see them. I see you. You're not forgotten." Winter came. Snow dusted the school lawn. The bus line grew shorter as families drove their kids in, bundled in thick coats. Ellie still wore her navy blue dress, now layered over leggings, a sweater underneath, but it was the same dress, every day. Still neat, still pressed. People had stopped whispering, now they waved. Some nodded with quiet respect. One day, a woman from the local foster care agency visited the school. She waited near the main office, holding a duffel bag in her arms. Inside it, letters, drawings, notes from foster kids, to Ellie. She read one at a time, in the counselor's office. Thank you for not forgetting us. I cried when I saw your story. You wore one dress on purpose. I wore mine because I had no choice. You made me feel like I matter. Ellie pressed the pages to her chest. She didn't cry, but her hands trembled. Just a little. If they can be brave, she whispered, then I can too. By spring, Ellie's one dress mission had raised over $25,000 in donations. People started their own versions. Some wore the same shirt for 30 days. Others packed clothing kits to send to foster homes. The navy dress became a symbol, not of poverty, not of protest, but of purpose. One day, the reporter Lara returned to visit Ellie. She found her sitting in the library, as always, her notebook open. Ellie, she said, do you know what you've done? Ellie smiled softly. I didn't do much, I just wore a dress. Lara shook her head, eyes wet. No, you reminded people that children in the shadows still need to be seen. Ellie nodded and looked out the window. If one kid out there knows they're not alone. The last week of school arrived. Yearbooks filled backpacks. Sharpies squeaked over t-shirts. Laughter echoed through lockers one final time. The principal made an announcement. Please report to the auditorium. We're having a short assembly. Students filed in, confused. On stage stood a small podium, a microphone, and Ellie. Same navy blue dress, still spotless, still simple. One final day. The room grew quiet. Ellie looked up at hundreds of eyes, then down at her shoes. She took a breath. I wore this dress for 180 days. Not because I had to, but because someone else did. There are over 400,000 kids in foster care. Most of them don't have a closet to open each morning. Some don't have anyone to remind them that they matter. This dress reminded me every day that love isn't about what we wear, it's about what we choose to carry. And I carried their stories. She paused, holding her notebook close. I may never meet them, but they changed me, and I hope I helped them feel less invisible. The room was silent, then slowly, the crowd stood. One by one, no music, no applause, just respect. A year later, the school library had a new display. Inside a glass case sat Ellie's navy dress, clean, folded, resting on a velvet cushion. Beside it, a framed page from her notebook. In her neat handwriting, it read, I wore one dress, but I spoke for thousands. And I would do it again. Underneath, in honor of Ellie Mae Thomas, class of 25 for choosing less, so others could feel more. Today, her movement lives on. Other students across the country wear the #One Dress One Voice tag, proudly. And kids in foster care, they're hearing their names, seeing letters arrive, opening packages packed with love, from strangers who now see them. All because one girl wore the same thing every day, to remind the world that every child deserves to be seen. She wore the same dress for a year, not to be noticed, but so others wouldn't be forgotten. And when the world finally asked why, she gave them an answer they'll never forget. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.